Let's get a Republican view of all this now. We can speak to a former wrestler, but now Republican mayor of Knox County in Tennessee, Glenn Jacobs, and it's good to talk to you. Thank you very much for being with us. I just wonder what you think now the Republicans' position is. I mean, suddenly Donald Trump is the old man in this race.
Well, my position is this. What did Kamala Harris know? When did she know it? And who is actually president of the United States? Who's actually making those decisions? And think about the vice president's job. One of their primary duties is if something happens to the president, the vice president has to step in. Yet Mrs. Harris is saying that she didn't know that there was anything wrong with the president. However, a month ago, right after the debate with President Trump, she said on TV that everything was fine, that he was thinking clearly, that he was giving good advice to leaders around the world. So she either knew and is basically covering that up, or she was willingly ignorant of the situation. Either way, that's a bad place to be.
Well, hold on. I mean, you're saying effectively that she covered up the mental capacity issues of Joe Biden. I mean, the fact is Joe Biden won an election against Donald Trump. And if you're saying there's a cover-up,
campaigning from his basement. That's how he won.
NATO leaders and NATO leaders.
Sure, but he was campaigning from his basement. Now
NATO leaders and NATO leaders.
This is 4 years later, sir, and we could all see his decline. And the media and the Democrats were denying that. And they literally called anyone who said he looks like he's in bad shape, they literally called them conspiracy theorists. And now we see that that is the truth. So I think the question here is, what did they know? And when did they know it? And why were they not frank with the American people? This only came out after this debate and after they realized that Joe Biden could not beat Donald Trump in the general election.
Right. I mean, there's no evidence, we should say, of a cover-up. But what you have now, looking forward...
The evidence is all around us. The fact that you have people saying that he was okay, then 3 weeks later, suddenly he is not okay. That's evidence in itself. And what we're trying to do now is we're trying to look at an election when the much more important issue is who's actually running the United States of America.
Yeah, it's one thing to see the decline and acknowledge the decline, which many people did, the media did. It's another thing to say it was a cover-up. But looking forward,
the media did not acknowledge it until they realized it was too late. That's the truth, sir.
All right, looking forward, you now have a relatively young female prosecutor taking on a convicted felon.
Someone who is convicted in a category court. The Supreme Court just ruled. The Supreme Court just ruled that the Sixth Amendment requires a jury to unanimously determine guilt on a specific charge. That case will be thrown out of court immediately, will be overturned on appeal. For years now, the Democrats have perverted the justice system in America to get a talk, to say that Donald Trump is a convicted felon. They did it in a way that is completely outside the law. And that bodes very badly for all Americans, because if they can do that to Donald Trump, what can they do to anyone else that they don't like for political purposes?
Right. Okay, 30 seconds left. I've got a fun fact for you in a way. Donald Trump previously made donations to the campaign for Attorney General in California of $6,000 in 2011 and 2013. For whom? Who do you think they were for?
I suppose you're going to say Kamala Harris. Thing is, Donald Trump's a billionaire and he probably makes donations all over the country. That's just how those things work.
Right, okay.
Also, before Donald Trump became president, he was a favorite of pretty much every celebrity in this country, including people on the left. Thank you.
Right, gotcha. Glenn Jacobs, thank you very much indeed.